let's get started. Episode 41, overcoming fear in your job search. Fear. Fear of what? Fear of failure, fear of change, fear of rejection, fear of success. Problems with fear, number one, okay? Fear is a vital response to physical and emotional danger that's imperative to protecting ourselves in the event of real threats to our life. However, one of the biggest issues for job seekers is that fear can become a career killer because we get so stressed. The stress of updating our resume, writing a cover letter specific to every single job, interviewing for a new job. When you're under a lot of stress, fear can actually hinder your performance in an interview, unnerve your ability to think clearly, impede your negotiating capability. It can even lead you to postpone or ignore a job search altogether. People do not like being uncomfortable. Most people don't. But think about this. That's the only way you can change. Just know that number one, hey, change is hard. Change is difficult. And to grow into these new leadership levels, you need to become a new you because the old you is probably not going to be enough. So you're going to need new tactics and strategies. Number two, the fear of failure, right? This fear of failure that most people have is debilitating and often keeps people from even attempting to change positions, apply for a promotion, or seek a new job. But hey, think about this. What's the risk of not doing something? Hey, I don't think I can get a new job because I'm too old. Hey, I don't have my certification. You guys are staking big claims on something before most people have even tried, or they do try something and it doesn't work. And then they just blame the process when ultimately it's themselves and their mindset and maybe a little bit of the strategy. Don't focus on failing. Otherwise, you probably will fail. Number three, fear of change. As human beings, we get comfortable with what we know and we avoid change, even if it's really good for us. Adapting to these new situations is going to take effort, but it can also cause us to grow in unexpected or unusual ways for the better. And a fear of change typically appears whenever we are growing or taking steps towards pursuing a goal. We all know change is inevitable for everyone on this planet, but so many people fear it. Why is that? The statistics right now, because of fear of change, the people that actually do make a change that have worked at a company for more than 10 years or were career military, do you know it's something like they have an 82% chance of leaving their new position inside 12 months? That's crazy. Do you know why that is though? They get in this new place. They're used to the military for 20 years or a different company for 10 or 20 years, right? And they become so accustomed to it that when you put them in that new environment, they're kind of set up to fail from the beginning because of their own self. Number four, the main reason most people never get started, fear of rejection. One of the deepest things as human beings, we are biologically wired with a desire to just belong to something. And then we're anxious at the possibility of being rejected because someone might perceive us as not being good enough. This fear, like all the others, right, can generate anxiety, depression, stifle our careers, our professional growth. The way to overcome this fear is to take note of our self-criticisms and simply accept our reaction if a rejection does occur. If we accept our pain and allow ourselves to grieve briefly, not wallow, right, we can actually heal and learn from the process and move forward. When you get 30 no's, you're going to get a job offer. Who would really be excited now about going out there and getting 29 no's because they know with certainty the 30th one, right, they're going to get an offer? Would you have a problem getting a no then? Probably not, right? Because hey, oh, great, I just have to do this many no's to do this. Most people don't think of it that way. They think of, oh my God, rejection. Listen, you're not going to be the right person for every company, even if you have a phenomenal career. Personalities, changes, rejection is going to be a part of this process. If you want to rise to that highest levels of business, hey, newsflash, it's extremely freaking competitive. After rejection, let's say we get past all this. Then we have predominantly maybe one of the stupidest ones that still affects so many people is the fear of success. Like just the fear of actually everything working out, which is like the dumbest thing I can think of. But there's so many people I was reading online that struggle from this. And the fear of success can actually result from many things, such as the excitement of success can feel close to anxiety to some people. Man, that's crazy. If every time you get excited, you had anxiety, geez. Because the body experiences the same physiological effects during the excitements of success as during trauma, such as increased heart rate, quickened breathing, and sweating. But furthermore, the idea that the road to success is filled with risk, the threat of disappointment, also causes anxiety. right? In addition, some people, particularly those who have endured verbal abuse, even by employers, don't believe they deserve success as they have internalized what they have been told. What are you guys saying to yourself that could hold you back? Losers do a little bit of work and wonder why they're not winning. And winners work as hard as they freaking can every day and still think they're losing. It's wild. It's less about all of these strategies of getting a hold of people, knowing what to say. Hey, all that's important, guys. But follow me. How's it going up here in your skull? Do you have a good mindset? Bad mindset, don't matter the tactics and strategies you have, it's still going to be brutal. Do you have a fear of being successful? Do you have a fear of rejection? A fear of change? Fear that you're going to fail? Problems with fear? Listen, handle that first. You have to get someone to work on this with you. Otherwise, it's going to be a painful. Do not live your life like this. And most people do. Have the courage to trust yourself and take the leap. Number 2, ask yourself, what's the worst thing that can happen? Number 3, start toward your goal knowing you can always change your mind later if you want to. Number 4, pursue opportunity when it knocks. Don't be scared. Number 5, put forth your best effort every freaking day. Number 6, start small and work towards your larger goals over time. Here's the thing. Number 7, which should be number 1, right? The key is each day to take action to improve my situation. And I just gave you 6 ways that you can do that. If you know you need help in your search, you know you were meant for something more. You know that the company you're in, there's nothing going on for you there. You've reached the ceiling. You're not excited. You're not bought into the mission. And you don't know what to do in your career search, or you want it to happen quickly, hey, go on over to execupgrades.com/podcast, schedule a call with us so that we can figure out where is your potential in your career and how can we help you achieve it very quickly. Do not let these types of fears hold you back in your career and your life. Have a great day, everyone. Until next week.